Good evening, everyone, and welcome to a special Avowed stream. We're going to try and do as much as we can. Hopefully, maybe we come close to finishing it, maybe, possibly. Who knows? Am I in a good mood? Fuck no. I am absolutely miserable. I am struggling every single day. Every day's a struggle here. Every day's a struggle. I've no idea what I'm doing in my life or where it's taking me. I don't like where I'm going or headed. I'm putting all my eggs into someone who has done wrong by me multiple times. And I don't know whether or not to give her that chance, because she's roughly been waiting this whole time. But that's the thing. I've been waiting for her. And I waited, and I waited, and I waited in Japan, in another country, for her. And she still didn't show up. Even after everything I did for her. And now she wants to come back into my life. She wants to be a part of it. She wants, when I go back to Japan,
Solace is panicking.
she wants to see me.
Before all of the dust is flooded.
And then what? Start over with nothing? We'd be beggars in the streets.
I'm gonna hear her, but I don't know whether I'm gonna like what I hear.
That's why Nando built the sluice gates, to redirect the lava flows away.
He's not the one I'm worried about. Someone's going to have to tell the outposts.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna listen to her. I don't know whether or not it's gonna help me in the long run, because she's still not got her life sorted. And I told her that you and I want to be a thing. You need to get your life sorted. I can't keep waiting. I'm 31 years old this year. Yeah, she's 2 years older than me. And I've tried my best to help her through these situations where she can get out of that. But she still continues to push me aside and just ignore my advice. You know, it probably would help her and be beneficial.
You are alive.
What's happening? Why is everyone running around like blessed fools?
The volcano erupted. Any minute now, we're going to be flooded. We're evacuating. Kostya's gone to open the lava sluice gates, but they've been disused for so long. When Forja erupted, I thought, oh, my boy, I'm so glad you're alive.
Nice to see you as well.
Unless you have come back to help us, Envoy, I don't have time for you. We're minutes away from being overrun by lava flows. I have to get my people out. You must leave now.
Let's not waste time then. Where's the path to the garden?
We told you, we don't know. And this is hardly the time to be asking.
The Steel Garrote would tell you otherwise. We have reason to believe there's a path under the keep. Be thankful you're talking to us rather than them. They were planning to storm the keep.
They're all dead, by the way. You're welcome.
The Steel Garrote were marching on the keep? How? Why would they think the garden was beneath Solace?
Books about this garden were missing from the living archives. The Steel Garrote had them.
Why didn't you tell me? You should have reported your findings.
You didn't ask.
It makes sense. They must have used the books to triangulate its location. But still, Kostya's scouts would have seen them and they didn't report. You weren't lying then. He was. Good God.
Could Kostya have told the Steel Garrote about another entrance to the garden?
No. If such a thing existed, I can't believe it. He wouldn't. We took an oath to Nandru. The garden was our sacred duty, and he betrayed us. I can't believe I didn't see this coming. I was a fool. I have failed my duties. Kostya.
He doesn't believe the Wardens can last here much longer.
He lacks faith in the Wardens and conviction in Nandru's teachings. But I always believed he had a certain strength of character. That he could see wisdom and bow before it.
I understand how Kostya could be tempted by false notions of freedom and prosperity, but...
But
Oh, this is entirely too much. How could he have done this? I can't believe Kostya handed the Steel Garrote a secret we protected for hundreds of years. We took Mayu. Who knows what he'll do with the sluice gates? He cares so little for the keep that I worry he's going to have us drowning in lava.
Terrorists need to find the garden.
I will. Abaddon stay my tongue if I betray him, but I will. I will show you where Kostya has gone. If you find that he's doing anything other than opening the gates that would protect our home from the lava, I would ask that you stop him.
Mihala.
I do not wish to see him dead, but if he would risk the keep, then he risks our lives. We cannot suffer those who would harm us to live. Now I must return to the evacuation, and you must go on your way.
Unless you're in New Orleans the best.
Let's hope we don't need your wishes. If your arrival is indeed a message from Nandru, I hope he remembers his people well. I hope he is proud of us. And Marius, make it back to us in one piece.
I assume that's an order, Commandant?
Head through the door in the smithy. You'll find Kostya in the lava tubes beneath the keep. Go now, and go with the gods.
They went through this door.
These fungal growths look like something I'd have scraped off the ship in my Navy days.
Let's not... Magma's getting awfully high. We might want to hurry.
This whole place feels like it's gonna come apart.
Kostya left them behind to die. Blessed Cobra.
Nothing like a win with a good team.
Voices, silence.
Kostya isn't going to wait around for us. Keep moving.
They wound us, and we wound in return.
Watch your step. Even you wouldn't come back from that fall, boy.
We should move.
Come on, we don't want to be down here when Kostya does whatever he's planning. just jump.
Oh, I need to get rid of some stuff.
Daylight. Essence we have not felt in centuries.
Let's save.
No. Here. Now. It cannot be.
Hang on, guys. I'm gonna go feed the pup. So I'll be back. Come on, let's go get dinner, man. Oh, you're right. Sorry about that.
My brother, soul of my soul. How did you find me here?
I didn't. I stumbled onto you.
I have been here for so long. No one came looking. Andrew, you are blessed, my fellow Barkromans. But I did not come here to meet Sabadar.
I'm hiding.
I am hiding from them. I remember it all. I feel Sabadar's mind beneath yours, swimming in the deep. You should run.
You're a god like a Sabbath too, aren't you?
That was the name they gave themselves. Stolen from the ancient souls, whose deaths gave rise to them. To us. We were little more than appendages to them. That is why I must ask you to destroy them.
I'm going to save Sapado and end the Dream Scourge.
They shield you from the truth of what they are. The Dream Scourge has existed as long as they have. Don't you see? It is their infection. You, my brother, who are more brave than I, go now to the garden and hang the gardener from their tree.
No, I will free them.
You are bound as they are bound, godlike. Your soul is strong, but it is not your own. Why free them when they will never free you? You know, I always meant to die down here, to siphon my soul into a lonely pillar, disconnected from the stone that makes our world, disconnected from them. I only hope that Salvador releases you to the same long peace.
How will I know the way to go when I find it?
It is only a door, carved and warded by my own rough hands. It knew me. It will know you, because the same thorn tears at us both. I do not know my end. In that I find a peace beyond any even the true gods can dream of.
Thank you.
Do not thank me. Only do as I asked. Destroy them, rather. And when you see Boudica, tell her I said hello.
You okay? You went away again, but this time seemed different.
Envoy, you alright? We lost you, but not like before.
Kostya's already proven himself an enemy of Solace. Whatever you choose to do with him after we stop him is fine with me.
Sluice gates ahead. Let's find Kostya, fast. Lava's high. Gotta hurry.
You're here. Help me destroy this witch. We can't risk someone turning it and opening the gates. If the keep falls so that we might live, so be it.
I killed Ludwig.
I figured you might have. Bloodthirsty. You people just can't help yourselves.
Did you?
Me, specifically? No. I only provided them access to material from the living archives. The books and records that the novice brought to them were what revealed the secret. By the way, is that novice still alive?
She's in prison.
I see. And what of the Steel Garrote? Should I assume they're all dead as well? And so you brought it back here? Among the wardens?
Strange Ghost doesn't work like that.
It doesn't matter how it works. It was not present in the tusks until your people arrived. Oh, perhaps this is right. Another reason to destroy this place and go. This is how it should be. So long as the keep stands, my people are trapped here. Doomed by an oath to a dead man.
No one should be bound to a pile of stones. Certainly not because of a centuries-old oath.
Our people were nomads for ages until we built the keep. When it falls, we'll be free to explore the world again. I will not watch my people rot here for the sake of a pointless oath.
Andre lied about the oath. The gun is a secret prison for a god. You're just the jailers.
Then my conviction only grows stronger, envoy. Nandru never wanted what was best for us. He built us a tomb and abandoned us to it. Do not speak his name to me as if it could mean anything to you.
Well, he has a point, but it's not worth letting Solace fall to prove it.
You, of all people, are speaking in favor of the suffocating grasp of tradition.
I'm talking about not destroying our ancestral home just because you don't like Nandru. You're just as blinded by those traditions as Mihala. Have the courage to leave if you want, but don't force everyone else to.
Ha! Finally! Proof she's got a spine. Well, envoy, now's your chance. Are you going to be a good little minion and do as she asked? Or will you let me save my people from themselves?
Then grow anew, a flow to purge the weight. We twine.
That is all I ask.
You can't be blessed, stay serious.
You should hurry on with your task. The lava's rising quickly now. Safe travels to the guard. I suspect.
Absomalu Vowintu, envoy. You...
I will load that again. Alright, let's just check the AFL out, see who we dropped.
Kostya's already proven himself an enemy of Solace. Whatever you choose to do with the map.
Let's find Kostya, fast.
Lava's rising. We have to stop this now.
Tyler Brockman admitted, Tim Kelly admitted, Noah Long admitted, Tom Cole admitted. Holy shit, we made some changes. Looks like Hamish Davies keeps his spot. Probably Johnson's the emergency. Who's going to be the sub? Probably Hutchinson, since he's coming off a hamstring injury.
Help me destroy this switch. We can't risk someone turning it and open. If they keep falling,
I can't lose.
I figured there were. Me specifically, but
In prison.
I see. And what of this steel garrote? And so you brought it back here? No,
Strange Ghost doesn't work like that.
it doesn't matter how we... Oh, perhaps this is right. No, so long as the key...
No one should be bound to a pile of stones.
Our people were no...
Andrew lied about Dio.
Then my conviction only grows stronger, envoy. No, he built us a tomb and abandoned us to it. Do not speak his name to me as if it could mean anything to you.
Well, he has a point. But it's not worth...
You.
I'm talking about not destroying our ancestral home. You're just as...
Ha! Finally! Proof she's got a spot. Well, envoy, or will you?
Can't let you do this.
A life for rubble, blood for the prison of old ways. We twine.
Stand down, Kostya. This just isn't your day.
So be it. And you are so close. I always...
Everyone okay?
It's done. Solus is safe. Thank the gods.
Well, that's that.
She's all the way back up there. Yeah, you can't get back up there, so... as much as I want the Paragorn to get out of Solace Keep and build the world anew and not be confined to the ruins that this place is. It's not right sending them out, them destroying their home. They should just be able to choose for themselves. As much as I don't like it.
It's a magnificent keep. I just hope it doesn't become their prison.
So I've got a spot here, so I can go over here now, talk to Mahala, and go back there. Okay, okay, okay. I also don't know why there isn't a fast travel point in Solace Keep. It's kind of stupid, really. It's kind of dumb.
Complaint about the lack of ingredients again.
What happened at Diren? Is everyone all right?
The keep and many of your people, I say.
It doesn't matter. An oath is an oath. I swore it, and so did my people. Tell me about the keep instead.
He kept the truth from you. He only wanted you to watch the garden to imprison a god.
I don't care, envoy. Keep your blasphemies to you.
At worst, it's fine. I could go back and destroy it if you prefer.
If that is a joke, envoy, it was incredibly tasteless. Regardless.
This could have been avoided if you weren't so stubborn.
Perhaps so. Either way, I understand now the nature of my errors. It will not happen again. Here. I once was this artifact's custodian, but I failed in protecting the keep. This belongs to one who has proven capable of guarding my people. I wish so much that things had gone differently. Marius, could I speak to you?
Right. Did she just ask that? Or am I having another nightmare? Good. Let's save the hugs and tears for another time. Okay, let's hear it.
I'm so glad you're safe and that you're surrounded by good people.
Alright.
But...
There's no but waiting. That's all I wanted to say. Truly. I am genuinely happy you found friendship, Marius. You always deserved more than the world gave you. That's all I wanted to say.
Well, you've always given me more than I deserved.
That was kind of...
It's...
I feel crazy saying this, but Kostya was right. We should have let Solace Keep fall.
Crazy is one word for it. You really think you can just burn down someone's ancestral home?
Dearie, the keep isn't a home. It's a prison. And now the Pargrunen will never escape.
Solace is my home. I still don't get why any of you feel like you have a say in this.
But you left.
Because I chose to. Kostya doesn't get to make that decision for everybody.
If Kostya doesn't, Mihala will.
With Solace standing, those who want to leave can, and those who want to still have the choice.
Exactly.
The Pargrunen have always had the choice to leave, and we've seen very few take it, dear.
Amalia and her people took up arms and turned to banditry, and they still weren't allowed to leave. If anything, I imagine Mihala and her traditionalists will only make it harder to leave now.
You have a point, but the decision's made.
You're right. There's no use in second-guessing it.
True. And you've a date with the gods soon. We can only hope that you'll make better decisions.
Enough talking in circles. Let's save our... I, for one, could use a long rest.
I know. I'm excited too, dearie. But... I'm starting to suspect that every single leader in the living lands is incompetent. Truly. Is there no vetting process? Hopefully those in Solace Keep will choose their leaders with more care in the future. But we should check on Marius. Well, of course, I'm not suggesting it's always a fix for issues. But those poor Pargrunen are clearly prisoners of their traditions. I think getting rid of the keep could have helped more than they realized. I do not envy the Pargrunen in any case. Meeting that council gave me a new appreciation for Vidal. Barrett's balls. What a nightmare. We're losing focus on the import. Oh, come on, Envoy. How can I... Always.
Envoy, you're probably here to see how I'm doing, yeah? Well, I'm doing great. I always knew my home would destroy itself from within. I just never thought I'd get a chance to stop it. A statue of me next to Nandru, rolling my eyes and drunk on Wodak. But enough of that. You have a lot to do, and I'm right behind you. Right, change. Until next time. Envoy, blacked out at that Audra in the lava tubes beneath Solace.
No, it's like the spirit, actually.
Right. I actually believe you. This is madness, Envoy. You spoke to the founder of Solace.
Bit of an asshole, to be honest.
Somehow that doesn't surprise me. People in Solace always claim they're speaking the word of Nandru. And here you are, actually hearing from the man. Doesn't even really matter what he said, if you ask me. There are hundreds of Pargrunen who give it... Listen, Envoy, what do you need? You too.
Yeah, he's a bit of an asshole.
I must admit, I had my doubts about Solace. It was like a dungeon, except the wardens would... You could have helped Kostya destroy the keep.
The Warrens should decide for themselves what and what to leave.
I agree. A decision like this belongs to the community, not the ambitions of one. Even if Solace isn't going anywhere, I think you're right. Wherever you go.
You give me too
Or
much credit.
perhaps you don't give yourself enough. Wherever that power comes from, whether it's your heritage or political status, but you too. Let me get this straight. You spoke to the spirit of Nandru, a godlike, same as you. What did he say? Any advice? Any words of encouragement?
He compared me to a tormented beetle in a jar. He told me to keep us up on
Oh. I take it that's what... I should have seen this coming. Never listen to the dead. They're cynical, full of regret, and determined to make us all miserable. Thankfully, you're still alive.
There's no reason I can't have a better relationship with Saboteur than he did.
See? The future is looking brighter already. No one is closer to Sapadal than you are. Nandru lost that privilege when he died, which means you alone can judge the god of the living lands. A caged animal lashes out at friend and foe alike. For what it's worth, I think you're going to be fine. No matter what... I wish I could say that. Thanks for talking.
Closer. We have waited so long.
Well, this is it, I guess. Feels very different from the last time I left Galawain's tusks. I will say, it's nice to look out and see Solace still standing. Thanks for that.
Well, she has no right to make that decision for everyone.
Right. It's better than an Adiran envoy do it.
Solace is still standing. And so are you. We're in this together.
Just so you know, Kai, it's starting to sound like you like me.
If you happen to need a reminder, do let us know. Brooding in silence can be quite the mood killer.
Not to spoil the moment with good news, but I doubt the rest of the island has been quiet while we've been looking for the garden. Things have only gotten more tense since Fior, and the Steel Garrote probably hasn't been doing us any favors on that front.
Especially when they're led by a woman who doesn't seem interested in staying dead. Not to mention, after we take care of the Envoy's little god problem, we'll still have an empire bearing down on us.
Maybe Kieran and James goes to politics draws them up.
At least on the battlefield, you can count on...
Can't say I'm too excited about just walking into the garden. I grew up learning I needed to protect that place, but it never felt like more than a children's tale to me.
I hear you. This island is weird enough when all we have to worry about are vengeful plans and soul-altering corruption.
Am I the only one who's looking forward to the garden? We're pioneers, stepping into the great unknown. A land of mystery.
We have to remember to love them in spite of their lack of proper enthusiasm, dearie.
Can you imagine? An untouched spiritual wilderness just waiting for us. I have a theory about the garden. Or a warning, depending on how you want to look at it. Sapadal has been imprisoned a long time. The garden will be a reflection of their dreams, their nightmares, their madness.
I wouldn't be surprised if we saw visions or hallucinations, and not even the fun kind.
You're saying there's a chance we'll become raving lunatics?
Sanity won't get us through the garden. Madness opens the mind to discovery. So madness is what we need right now. Before we go any further, I have to ask you something. You told the Inquisitor that you intend to free Sapadal.
Sapadal deserves their freedom.
Everyone deserves freedom.
I could make an exception for a god with the power to destroy us all in a tantrum.
Sapadal is responsible for the spiritual health of the living lands, and the island has suffered for it. No matter what the Inquisitor said, I don't believe there's a right or wrong choice to make here.
What are we doing?
Putting an end to Sapadal's imprisonment. What? Remember, we're stepping into a realm that is both physical and spiritual in nature. There's no telling how long we'll be gone. For all we know, time could run backwards in the garden.
I don't feel like turning back. This may take a while.
Not a chance. We're a crew now, so you're stuck with me until the end. Marius?
I told you I'd be with you till the end. I don't go back on my promises. What about you, Giada?
You're not going into the garden without me. I have to see this with my own eyes. Yatsli, if you feel like running back to Quilici, now would be the time. No one would think less of you.
And tell Quilici that I missed out on the most exciting part.
You're gonna get me going too. I plan on wandering the garden whether I'm traveling with you or not. I have to find out what the big deal is.
Agreed. I'm not waiting in camp while the rest of you have all the fun. Hope to see you out there, Marius.
Well, let's go then. We can't keep your god waiting.
So, this is it. The spiritual epicenter of the living lands. Where it all began, and where it all ends. For so long I have looked out on a horizon full of possibilities. Now that it's here, I'm too scared to breathe. Why am I so anxious?
Feeling lost after in this place gives you hope.
You may be right. When I gave up, I stopped worrying so much. And now that we're here, it's obvious I don't know what I want anymore. Do you remember when Manto Pastor sent you after the heart of an Adragan?
Of course, the powers I mentioned.
That was nothing compared to this. We are standing in the beating heart of the living lands. Just imagine what we can do with it. I almost turned my back on Animancy. And if I'm being honest, it was a relief. But now that we're here, who am I to reject my upbringing, my potential? My parents were going to build a better world for Animancers. That dream was their legacy to me. You and I have come farther than they did. To an impossible place where anything can happen. Anything.
You get to decide what you want to pass.
You say it, I can almost believe it. I don't know what's going to happen, but you've had... What are you so... Thanks for talking.
I think we'll go another half an hour. Yeah, we've got another 30 minutes. Yeah, this is a big zone.
Looks like a dead end. Oh, I stand corrected.
Is he really an artist? I didn't think so.
Another soul for the... Your reputation is well deserved. don't see a better way down. You first. How did...
Don't look down.
I know I'm beautiful, darling, but usually my admirers hide their stares a little better.
Well, I wasn't, I mean, you do look lovely, but,
Envoy, what do you need?
Hang on, guys.
Thanks for talking.
Danny.
Envoy, what do you need?
Okay, so you got nothing to tell.
Oh, I wasn't, when you find Sapadol, I hope you tell him how much I love what they've done with this place. I'm a man of hidden depths. What's not to love about floating islands and a spectral tree? Besides, as divine prisons go, I can imagine much worse. True enough. It makes me wonder if confinement was the real goal, or simply the only option at the time. One thing's for sure. Imprisonment has only riled Sapadol up. Judging from their outbursts at Mount Forja and Nakukubel, they haven't exactly taken this time to reflect and relax. I've heard that one before. Usually before a lot of tears, a lot of drinks, and a lot of, I should have known better. Still, you taught me that a person can grow beyond their flaws. Why wouldn't the same be true of a god? I hope you're right, because we are all in trouble if you're wrong. You know, if Sapadol were only a smuggler, assassin, or bandit, I'd be right there with you. But knowing they could end us all with a temper tantrum puts things in perspective. I guess we've all got our limits. And I don't envy you having to deal with the loose cannon of a god. But I envy even less the mess you're going to have if, when, we escape this place.
What do you mean?
While we're tracking down your god, things are heating up between your Adiran comrades and the locals.
How's all the steel grow?
A lot of people aren't going to make that distinction. Especially when your Ambassador Heelguard hosted Ludwig in Paradies for as long as her assistance was convenient. You may have averted the attack on Fjord, but this is one situation where it's the thought that counts. And yeah, I know that's on the Steel Road, but it's not lost on anyone that your people despise animancy. Not when Heelguard banned the practice in Paradies.
I see your point.
Oh, I wish I were finished. You helped Ludwig destroy Nakukubel. And while most people don't give a tarnished skate for godless ruins, they'll see that as a powerful demonstration of siege weaponry.
Yeah, that doesn't look good. Yeah, that doesn't look. Thought we stopped a bunch of dreams. Thought it was. Said it would have been west. Instead, again, steel garrote.
One thing I've learned about war: strife and distance have a way of reducing nuance. All anyone else is going to see is a threat display on the doorstep of the Living Land's best cannoneers, no less. And then there's Solace. You might have saved the keep, but no one's going to talk about the disaster that didn't happen. They're going to talk about why Mount Forja erupted after all this time.
That is technically indirectly the steel garrote's fault.
I don't think anyone else is going to understand the indirectly. Fairly or not, a lot of blame's going to be laid at Adir's door. And if I had to guess, I don't think Hilgard's been helping matters while you've been out here. If and when we get out of here, we're walking into a powder keg. And you'll have to choose a side. That's the part I don't envy.
People living there is afraid I won't help anyone subjugate them.
I admire your principles. But don't underestimate what they could demand of you. Look, I've been there. I fought for Rauatai's interest in the Deadfire for longer than I like to admit. And lost my stomach for it eventually. That's how I wound up here. But I will tell you now, I never could have fought my own brothers and sisters. I hope that's not what it comes down to. But I'll understand if that's a line you can't cross. I don't mean to burden you. It's late. Just know that whatever...
Thanks, guy.
Anytime. Good night, all.
On board? What do you need? If I must.
So you've got nothing. Wasting time. Ah, for fuck's sakes.
A breath held. Trepidation. You are close, yet distant still.
I had to rest. This place is exhausting in a way I can't describe.
Bars were not enough. They writhe. They seek to silence us. Only essence sustains them now. Hatred seated in the heart. We wonder.
You know what I wonder?
Deer leaps at its reflection in the lake.
Surprised?
You have defied our expectations at every turn. Perhaps we should not have been.
What would you do if you weren't in prison?
Sky is green. The fish breathes air. We can no longer imagine. We were to run, roll with the tide, sink our fingers into new earth. Whisper in the fields, lift the hills gently in our hands.
What better people live on the hill, those hills?
We did once. New sweet peas bloomed in the grove. We were trying. Vengeance denied. Squandered. This cannot be.
What was that?
We spoke of flowers.
You know, you definitely said something just now.
We speak of freedom when the hand still clasps around our throat. Wake now. Find us.
Alright guys, I think that is where I'm going to end things off for tonight. I am starving and I'm exhausted from work, and I think we're leaving off in a very good place. We're in the garden right now. So who knows how long we have left in this game. Maybe 2 hours, 2.5 hours, give or take. I'm fine with that. I can deal with that. But I want to thank you all so much for joining in. Maybe stream tomorrow. If we can stream tomorrow and finish this, then we're looking at maybe doing South by Midnight Saturday morning. That is a big maybe. All things going well and we beat the game tomorrow night, we're good. We're golden. And I think we can beat the game. I think we can beat the game. We're going to do it. We're going to beat the game tomorrow. In the next stream, we are going to beat the game. But I want to make sure, thank you all guys for joining in and tuning in. Be sure to leave a follow. Also, be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel where these VODs will be uploaded. But again, once again, guys, I want to thank you all for joining in. And until next time, guys, I'm Kai Tanda, and I'll catch you later.